Hi guys, and welcome back for another video. So today I thought I would share with you what I have packed to take to uni with me. I'm going into my second year, so I'm moving into a flat. I won't be in catered accommodation this year. Now that I have all of my bags out on display and I can see them all, I'm slightly worried about how I'm going to get them all up from Brighton to London, as we don't own a car, meaning we're going to have to get a train and potentially then a tube. Luckily my dad does actually work in London, so his office is opposite my uni campus building, which means that I might give him some stuff to take up and then I'll collect it from him after uni. I have already got my laser printer there and the mini fridge that I was using in first year. I love my laser printer because the ink lasts forever and it can also print, I think, like 60 sheets a minute or something. It's literally like zoom, 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 zoom. In first year that fridge was my saviour, because I know this is such a first world thing, but I really like having cold water in the morning, and the taps weren't cold so they come out a bit warm, but I'd always prepare my water and I'd keep my fruit and like all my food in there, and I knew it wouldn't be stolen. Often the issue with mini fridges is that they can create quite a loud humming noise, so it can be kind of hard to sleep, but this one is great. It has a hot and a cold setting. So this suitcase I have here is my tech suitcase, so it will have the camera that I'm filming on now and the light that I'm using at the moment, but currently it's got my Canon G7X in it. It's got all my SD card stuff, my batteries, my battery chargers and stuff that I'm going to use for YouTube. I'll also most likely put my MacBook in there and my MacBook charger and an extension cable, because at uni you will need an extension cable with one plug and then you've got 5 different appliances coming off it. Speaking of charging tech points, this is actually one of my favourite gadgets that I own, and I own quite a few. This is a charging port and it can hold up to 5 different devices. It holds it while it charges. It's super fast power as well. Like, my phone charges really slowly, but it can charge it so much faster. I often use this to charge my phone, my earphones, my portable chargers and any like laptop, Kindle, iPad kind of thing. This is really, really good. Would recommend. So moving on to the heftiest suitcase. This side is all full of my bedding, so my duvet. I have a double bed this year. Even though I had a single bed last year, I still brought a double duvet with me, just because it's so nice to cuddle up in and keep you warm, especially when you go to uni. The first couple of months will be like November, October, when it's really cold. I have to admit, the duvet that we bought was the cheapest one from Argos, and you can kind of tell that. I think it was maybe like £5 or £10. It was so cheap, but the texture's kind of almost like plasticky. But what saved it was my duvet cover. So I bought a silk duvet cover from TK Maxx for £25, when I think the RRP price was like £125 or something ridiculous. I would definitely check out TK Maxx if you're looking for bedding. I also picked up the one that I've got on it currently is the Christmas one that I had when I did the Christmas video with my mum. Because this one from Primark is brushed cotton, it is super soft, so again it's really homely and very cozy. If you remember in my old bedroom where I had the glow-in-the-dark stars, I'm again going to be taking these to uni and decorating my room with them. I have lots of these little slippery fish to put in any lectures and all of my revision notes that I'm going to be doing. This suitcase is packed very tightly, but at the top here, that is my whiteboard paper that I spoke about in my revision video. So of course I'm going to be sticking that up on all of my walls, and not just for revision. I was thinking I might do some nice designs, stick some photos on it. Of course it wouldn't be my room without 40 meters of fairy lights, so they're packed in my suitcase. So I've got my Tupperware box from Happy Jackson, and it's a cool one because it has loads of Tupperware boxes. It's like those Russian dolls, so that's really efficient, space efficient in my suitcase, and these will be great for packed lunches and stuff like that. I have another bigger Tupperware which has drawing pins, which are really useful for sticking up photos, and baking powder, bicarbonate of soda, which is really useful for getting out stains. Inside the bubble wrap I've got my mugs, and I've put garlic salt in there to be space efficient, and then I have mixed herbs and some miso paste because I'll be making noodles, and mixed herbs goes with everything. I have my lovely microwavable warming pillow, and this is a Fox one. Hot water bottles are good, but the soft teddy ones are definitely my favourite. I've packed loads of these really thin hangers, which I think I got from Robert Dias, but you can get them in Primark and stuff like that. My favourite ones are the velvet ones. They're a bit more money because they're the non-slip, none of your clothes ever slide off, but these are great because you can fit loads in your wardrobe that way. Right at the bottom of this suitcase I have my wardrobe shelving unit. It's just a fabric one. It's really good. I've got the same one at home. It basically means that you can stack loads of your clothes. I did it in first year. Lifesaver. I'm coming to uni prepared with all of my flashcards, and I have my uni lanyard as well. I don't really wear it, but it's just a fun thing to hang up in your room. My course is maths-based, economics and management, so I have my calculator. This part of the suitcase is predominantly folders, notebooks, scrapbooks, diaries, that kind of thing. They're kind of heavy, so it's best to put them in the suitcase because there's no way I could lift this amount of weight on my arm. Also, if you're wondering why we have so many stickers on our suitcase, it's so that when we go on holiday we can always identify it, because there are always so many silver suitcases, but none of them ever look like this. I have one huge bag which probably won't fit on camera, and that will have my 2 hypoallergenic pillows in it because I have nasal issues, and it will also include this dressing gown. This is the softest dressing gown ever. It's from M&S and it has pockets as well as a hood. A dressing gown is definitely a necessity at uni, especially because you're going in the colder months. Whenever you start to feel homesick, having a dressing gown around is a great remedy. It smells of home, it's soft, it's cuddly. I will be taking my John Lewis bed throw with me because I love it. It is reversible, so you have the blue on one side and then the elephant grey on the other. Just like last year, I will be taking a couple of display pillows with me just because they make the room a lot more homely, so as soon as you move in, it kind of looks like yours already. Now this year, because I'm no longer in catered accommodation, it means that I'm going to have to buy things like saucepans, frying pans, potentially a wok because I'm Asian. I hopefully at one point will be able to take up my Russell Hobbs. It's like a food blender and smoothie maker all in one go because I love to cook and I like to make smoothies and soups and stuff because it's cheap. I don't think that's a necessity at the moment, or not for the first couple of days. I'll suffice with just an oven. But in this bag I have, well, first off I have my tissues because like I said I've got nasal issues. These are the Kleenex balm ones and they're the best. I've got about 4/5 of a cling film in here. I also have reusable beeswax wrap. So it's basically like an environmentally friendly version of cling film because you can reuse it, just wash it and it will just stick again. I have 2 chopping boards, a small one and then a big one. I have bubble wrapped my plate. This is a great plate. It came from Tiger. It was about £4 I think, but the design on it is really nice. It's like got this pink speckled look. Lovely. I have some apple cider vinegar because it's good for the gut and also really nice in salads, and I think you can clean a lot with this too, so it's multi-purpose. I have a couple of bowls and these came from IKEA. These are my sister's when she was at uni. I've also got some rice vermicelli noodles because I'm coming prepped. I've got lots of tea bags and some tomato ketchup and sauces and stuff just to get me through the first couple of days. I've got my 2 favourite tea caddies from Harney & Sons, the hot cinnamon spice and the Paris tea. These smell divine. Anytime my friends would come round, I would just give them a cup of tea and then they could relax and chill out in my room. It was really, really nice. That is why I would maybe recommend bringing a couple more mugs than just one, so that you can share them out to your friends or new flatmates when they come and go, and you can just make friends that way. I'm being a little bit bougie here and I'm bringing a slate with me because I've got a few video ideas and I need some cool things to film them with. I'm bringing these free coasters that I got during King's Freshers Week, so you don't have to pack those yourself, but they barely take up any room, so I might as well. I got a nice set of knives and forks, and then not forgetting my sharp knife to cut up all of my vegetables and my food. This is my extra virgin olive oil that is not only used for cooking but as a moisturiser. It's good in your hair, you can do face masks with it. I have my table salt. This is like the cheapest one that you can get in Sainsbury's. Really good. I use a lot of salt when I'm cooking for seasoning. Again, randomly in this bag I have my Indian room decoration. My friends have the same one, so it's really nice. It feels like we're connected even though we're at completely opposite ends of the country. The things like tea towels and the saucepans I think I'm going to get once I've moved in, just so that I can like see how much space I'm working with in the shelves and stuff like that. But moving away from stuff you'll get in your kitchen, this is my toiletries bag. So this bag is semi a first aid kit, so I've got stuff like deep heat in here for any muscle pains. I've got arnica, plasters, tiger balm. I have Lemsip, which is something I never took before going to uni, but during freshers, when you get a freshers flu, you probably will get freshers flu, then that is great. My sister basically gave me what she had left over at the end of her 3 years at uni, so I got stuff like a 6-piece screwdriver set. I have my earbuds, which are really useful. I've got my conditioner, my shampoo. I have the pre-wash stain remover spray, my laundry detergent, Flash. This is Febreze. I was like, ew, I'm never going to use that. It's actually kind of useful when you're living in student accommodation because the airflow in those rooms when they're quite boxy is quite hard. There isn't really much airflow. I have an eye mask which I got free at Freshers. I got a couple and I've used them all quite a lot during first year. The rooms often do have really good blackout curtains, but you'll most likely be taking quite a few naps during the day. Just when you're getting used to being up so much and working a lot and socialising a lot, the afternoon siesta is kind of necessary. I have a sewing kit, and some of you might laugh, but I actually did use this. A few of my friends had holes in their clothes and I could sew them up for them. In here I have 50 photos which I printed out in my room. I had a lot more in first year, but I realised that some of them are kind of old, so I thought I'd get new ones this year, which I'm really excited to do a whole board of. Without photos my room would not have been the same, and I really needed them there just kind of like to make it homely but also to decorate it nicely, and it's also a good conversation starter, like I've said loads of times before. Definitely bring photos. I got my photos off a website called Free Prints, where you basically get 45 or 50 free prints a month, but you just pay for postage and packaging, so it's still like £1.99 or something really cheap for all of those photos. And 50, I think it was between 50 to 70, that was the right amount to fit on the big board that I had behind my bed. Things like soap and tea bags you can get once you've moved in, but it's just more, loads of those little incremental costs do actually add up, so if you've got them at home you might as well bring them with you if you can, if you've got the space. I think that's pretty much everything I'm going to be taking to uni with me, along with some of my art stuff which is currently out at the moment because I've been using it. So if you've got a favourite colouring book or favourite reading book, then don't forget to chuck that in. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for weekly videos on this channel, and I'll see you next week. Have a lovely day. Bye!